Hello there, you guys. Welcome to another of my live videos, and today I'm just gonna be officially updating you guys now on a bit more transfer rumours that I've just recently updated. Now we're starting off with Manchester City and that, and we're gonna go into a bit more current details. So reportedly now, Manchester City are reportedly in the race now to sign Ryan Bertrand, because it's apparently a target for Pep Guardiola, because we know Manchester City spent a lot of money in the August window. They invested a lot of money on fullbacks, let alone the rest of the players they bought. But they signed, they got quite a few fullbacks in did Manchester City, and they are in the search for quite a few fullbacks at Manchester City as well. But obviously, Benjamin Mendy, they bought from Monaco during the summer. He's currently out. He's injured, and he's set to miss the majority of the season due to injuries. Benjamin Mendy. So Pep Guardiola is looking potentially, for a current left back, but I updated you a couple of weeks ago, about Ryan Bertrand. It's just been reported in the Sun that apparently Manchester City are eyeing at to make a move for Ryan Bertrand in January. Reportedly, Manchester City have been, monitoring the player, and they have been scouting him for the past couple of years, Ryan Bertrand as well. But I said, very, very good fullback, highly experienced, attacking instinct, very, very good, defensive distribution, very, very good, Ryan Bertrand's as well. But reportedly, Manchester City are interested in the current player as well. So gets a bit more detail. He's a current Southampton player now. I think he's been there a couple of 2 or 3 years or something now. In the process, spent majority of his time with Chelsea Football Club as well. We know he'd been on loan at quite a few teams. At Ryan Bertrand, I think he's made over century appearances now. He scored about 5 goals in the Premier League as all in all as Ryan Bertrand as well. Just to start off, Ryan Bertrand started his youth career with Gillingham, as we all know. He recently ranked, he joined Chelsea in 2005. He graduated from Chelsea's youth system, did the player, and we know between 2006 2010, he'd been loaned out at quite a few places, but he was at Chelsea, about a decade, before he went to Southampton, made his Chelsea debut in 2011, made his England international debut in 2012, sorry. Also, as well, he made his England international debut in 2012. Also, has got fantastic Champions League experience, because he made his debut in the Champions League for Chelsea in their final against Bayern Munich. That's when Ryan Bertrand has made his Champions League debut for Chelsea in their final against Bayern Munich. And yeah. And as we all know, he's been at quite a few teams on loan, as I said, as Ryan Bertrand. And he was at Chelsea too up until 2015. Then he went to Southampton as well, did the current player in the current process. But apparently Manchester City are monitoring a move for the attacking instinct, good defensive distribution, tenacious, competitive, distinctive in his play. And yeah, so apparently City are eyeing out a move for Ryan Bertrand in January as well, because obviously Benjamin Mendy's injured. We know City signed quite a few fullbacks, signed Kyle Walker, Danielo's he's versatile as well. We know City have also, reportedly showed an interest in another fullback as well, as reported the other day. He said City and Barcelona are interested in him because he can play as centre mid, can play as a right back as well, so his versatility is very, very good. Is Joshua Kimmich from Bayern Munich. It reportedly said that City and Barcelona are interested. It reportedly said City were prepared to put £44 million in for the Joshua Kimmich. Bayern Munich basically clarified it won't be easier, to offload him that easily. It may take an excessive fee from City and Barcelona, to persuade Bayern Munich maybe to offload him, because we know, I think this is his third season, the process with Bayern Munich, because we know he recently ranked with Stuttgart, began his youth career there, recently ranked with them, went to RB Leipzig a couple of years, and Bayern Munich then purchased him for £7 million. I think he's under contract with Bayern Munich till 2020 as well. At the end of his first season, he'd made 23 appearances with Bayern Munich. He made his first debut. He made his first team debut with Bayern Munich in. He made his debut for Bayern Munich in August 2015. Made his first Bundesliga debut in September 2015 as well. And Pep Guardiola's, keen on reuniting with the player, because he used to work with Joshua Kimmich, during Pep Guardiola's days at Bayern Munich, as I said. But he scored his first goal against Schalke. He scored his first 2 Champions League goals against Rostov as well, did Joshua Kimmich. But very, very exciting young prospect of what I've seen. So reportedly said City are interested in him as well, and he's another fullback, can also play as a midfielder as well in the current process. But A bit more things have updated now about Tamor Werner, as I've updated you on several occasions. You know, where the RP Lee's a big young age prospect, because he did clarify, you know, that he did support. Did support. Cheers, I can't do like. Cheers, yeah. But as I was saying, you know, about Tino Werner, reportedly now it's saying Barcelona are interested in Timo Werner as well. We also know Real Madrid have reportedly been interested in him. We also know Liverpool have been interested in Timo Werner as well. But apparently Barcelona are interested in him, because Barcelona have got quite a few targets on their radar. Obviously, Barcelona are reportedly now interested in Timo Werner, fantastic young age prospect. Barcelona basically reportedly are seeing him as a long-term replacement for Luis Suarez. Timo Werner, the current RP Leeds big player, he's been there, you know, a couple of years. You know, he supported Manchester United as young, so he said a couple of weeks ago he would dream of a move to Manchester United, but reportedly said, you know, that Bayern Munich had reportedly been interested in Timo Werner from RP Leeds big, but the RP Leeds big president had basically come out the other day. The RP Leeds big president had come out the other day. He denied Bayern Munich's interest, and he did clarify that there'd been no talks about Timo Werner. And the RP Leeds big president did confirm also that there'd been no inquiries from Bayern Munich, no approach or no offers or anything from Bayern Munich. So reportedly it did say Liverpool could have the boost in hand to go on and get Timo Werner. But I think there's a few teams that are linked with Timo Werner, because he scored 21 goals in 32 appearances last season for RP Leipzig. I think he scored quite a few goals this season as well for the RP Leipzig as well as the player. And we know this is his second season process, and we know he's an ex-Stuttgart player. You know, he risen up the ranks. You know, he also played in the reserve team with Stuttgart as well. Did he play? Yeah, he played in the reserve team. He made his Stuttgart debut in the Europa League at just the age of 17. You know, he made his first Bundesliga appearance against Bayer Leverkusen, scored his first goal against Frankfurt. During his time with Stuttgart, become the youngest player to make 50 appearances for Stuttgart. You know, at the age of 18, you know, signed a professional contract with them until 2018. You know, then they got relegated basically in 2016, and then RP Leipzig had purchased him for £10 million, and he also helped RP Leipzig qualify last season for the first. He helped RP Leipzig qualify for the first time, qualify for the Champions League for the first time in the club's history as well. Tim Werner, but there is a few teams interested. It's reportedly now saying Barcelona have also showed an interest in Timo Werner as well. But yeah, it's Barcelona have got a few, you know, targets on their radar. You know, I also mentioned Griezmann, you know, the other day, that reportedly Barcelona have been in contact with Griezmann's representative, because we know Manchester United have been heavily linked with Antoine Griezmann, you know, during the summer, but we didn't get a deal over the line due to Atletico Madrid's transfer ban. Manchester United didn't get a deal over the line, but reportedly saying now that's another Barcelona target for next summer, because we know Griezmann has got a release clause of 170 odd million, but next summer his release clause does reduce to £89 million as Antoine Griezmann's. But reportedly Barcelona are going to convince they can make a move for him next summer. That were reported in the press the other day, but he did estimate 6 out of 10 that he was coming to Man United. Antoine Griezmann, as I said, he estimated 6 out of 10 he was coming to Man U. You know, he signed a new deal back in June until 2022 as well, did Griezmann. 28 goals last season, and I think, you know, if he was to come to Manchester United, you know, he'd be a fantastic number 7 for us with Antoine Griezmann, because we haven't had a good number 7 for years, as I said. But he's very, very good for France. Did very, very well in Euro 2016, you know, player of the tournament and also top scorer. Also was part of the squad who won the 2010 UEFA European Football Under-19 Championship as well, was Griezmann. You know, he risen up the ranks with Real Sociedad, did very, very well with Real Sociedad, did Griezmann. I think with Real Sociedad, he was there about 5 seasons, you know, risen up the ranks for them, won the title with them, scored 52 goals. Across 5 seasons, scored 52 goals in just over 2 century appearances for Real Sociedad as well. And then Atletico Madrid bought him in 2014 for a fee of £30 million. So I think this is 4th season now, or 5th season in the process with Atletico Madrid, is Antoine Griezmann. But prolific goal scorer, he's got that finishing product, he's an efficient finisher. So Man United may make a move for him next summer. That's reportedly another Barcelona target as well as Timo Werner. And you know, Philippe Coutinho, we know he's still Barcelona's main target for January, and it did confirm reports were stemming from Spain that Barcelona are going to go for Philippe Coutinho in January. As I said, Philippe Coutinho, highly experienced, he's proven it with Liverpool Football Club as Philippe Coutinho. This is his 5th season of process. He's now made over century appearances for Liverpool Football Club. Liverpool paid £8.5 million for him from Inter Milan. He's also an ex-Espanyol player, so he's had experience of playing in Spain as well. But Barcelona are seeing Coutinho as a long-term replacement for Iniesta, who obviously has just signed a lifetime contract extension with Barcelona. Iniesta. But obviously Barcelona couldn't get a deal over the line back in August due to that Liverpool loaners. Klopp and Liverpool board were not willing to accept any bids off Barcelona. Barcelona had 3 bids turned down from Liverpool Football Club. As I said, Coutinho's still under contract with Liverpool until 2022, as we all know. He's still in the contract till 2022. We know he missed the first part of the season, due to a back injury that he had. He reportedly rejected a January switch to Paris Saint-Germain, did Coutinho, and he does prefer the move to Barcelona because obviously they're at a high level, they're winning trophies, they're playing amongst better players, and with Liverpool, he's officially not going to be doing this. He's Philippe Coutinho. But as I said, Liverpool should have cashed in for him in August. They'd have generated the money, and then they'd have been able to add character depth, and they'd have been able to add depth in their squad, as I said, and they'd have been able to reinvest into their squad also, but they didn't let Coutinho go in August. As we all know, Coutinho's representative had confirmed, he made it clear to Barcelona that Liverpool are willing to offload him for a fee of around about £135 million as well. Philippe Coutinho, he hasn't had a bad start, since he's recovered from injury as well for Liverpool Football Club. But versatility good, can play in the middle, can play on the left as well. But I presume Barcelona are going to go for him in January as well in the current process. And we know Liverpool have already got Naby Keita confirmed. That's a RP Leipzig the purchase. They're still interested in term when Naby Keita. It's a 48 million release clause, as I know. There's add-ons included in the deal. Whether they progress to the Champions League this season, RP Leipzig or not, Liverpool paid a premium for him, and it is confirmed. And it's looking like he's gonna. There were rumours that he could go to Liverpool in January, but it's confirmed that he's going to be arriving in 2018. So it is a year advance, and I think he'll dramatically improve Liverpool's midfield. But Liverpool still need more. They still need someone defensively. They still need someone who can finish because Liverpool can't finish. And yeah, and Liverpool, could still see Emre Can go. As I said in the current process, Liverpool could still see Emre Can go. As I said, Emre Can's another player, that's coming to an end of his contract with Liverpool Football Club. Emre Can's coming to an end of his deal with Liverpool Football Club. As we all know, Juventus has been heavily linked with him. Reportedly, Liverpool have been in the process of trying to secure Emre Can a new deal. I think he's been actually, trying to demand a release clause and a wage increase, for Liverpool to sign a new deal. He has not yet signed a new deal. I don't think in the process Liverpool are close to signing Emre Can a new deal. But it reported the other day that Juventus have been in discussions with Liverpool, and also Juventus have approached Emre Can's representatives as well over a potential move. I think maybe Juventus convinced could go get him on a free next summer, rather than pay for him in January, if he doesn't sign a new deal. But Emre Can's very good player. I think this is his 4th season of the process with Liverpool. He's an ex-Bayern Munich graduate. He's an ex-Bayer Leverkusen player, as I said. Liverpool just purchased him for just nearly £10 million, from Bayer Leverkusen. He's now, hit over a century appearances since he's been at Liverpool Football Club as a player. His versatility is good, fantastic, young age prospect, can play as defensive mid, can play as centre back, can play as a full back as well. Very good for Germany as well as Emre Can. But yeah, he still says he's fully committed to Liverpool. As he did quote out the other week, he classifies Juventus' interest as an honour. Does Emre Can as well in the current process. So Liverpool could still lose Emre Can, whether it'll be in January or next summer. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But I still think, Liverpool are going to revive the interest in Virgil van Dijk. I think they're going to get rid of Coutinho in January. Sorry about my finger. they're gonna generate the money for Coutinho, and then they're gonna re-show their interest in Virgil van Dijk. As I said, Virgil van Dijk, Southampton not willing to offload him in the August window. This is why Liverpool didn't get a deal over the line. Liverpool were convinced, they were going to pay up to £70 million for Virgil van Dijk. As I said, Southampton paid £13 million for him from Celtic, because with Celtic he won the Scottish Premiership, he won the Scottish Cup. He signed a 6-year deal back in May, made his international debut back in 2015, Virgil van Dijk. But as I said, Southampton were not willing to offload the player. As I said, Liverpool led their interest back in June to an illegal approach. But I think Liverpool may revive the interest in Virgil van Dijk in the January window, as I currently said in the current process. As I said in the current process, Liverpool will revive the interest in Virgil van Dijk, and we've got Liverpool also, I think they're gonna have to identify a replacement for Philip Coutinho as well. Julian Jackson potentially being on the radar as well. That's also been Arsenal's long-term target. Also too, Thomas Lemar's been on Liverpool's radar as well towards the end of the August window. But yeah, saying about Julian Jackson, because obviously we know that's been Arsenal's long-term target as well as Julian Jackson. Julian Jackson very, very good in the Confederations Cup. He did very, very well in the Confederations Cup. The Julian Jackson, player of the tournament, as I said, reached semi-finals of the Euro 2016, and also was part of the 2014 FIFA World Cup, when Germany won the 2014 FIFA World Cup as well. He's only been at Paris Saint-Germain since January as Julian Jackson in the current process. May not be guaranteed first team football week in, week out. The amount of money that PSG have invested. He risen up the ranks fantastically well with Schalke. He made 171 appearances, he scored 30 goals. With Schalke during his time. He was there quite a few years, made his debut in 2011, went to Wolfsburg, and Paris Saint-Germain bought him in January for £42 million. But good with both feet, good in the air, tenacious, very distinctive in his play, and he's a good young age prospect. As I said, he's Julian Jackson. PSG may not be willing to offload the player, but it's also been Arsenal's long-term target as well as Julian Draxler, but Liverpool have identified him as a replacement. And as I am going to give you a bit of an update, on the Thomas Lemar situation, I'm going to give you an update on the Thomas Lemar situation. As I'm saying, reportedly, it still says Barcelona have actually been interested in Thomas Lemar as well, because he's playing away in attacking mid. He can play on each flank as well. We know that that was Arsenal's main priority target during the August window, was Thomas Lemar, as we all know. And Arsenal had 2 bids in the process, rejected for Lemar. Liverpool had 2 bids in the process, rejected for Lemar. Arsenal put £92 million in right at the end, but it never materialised. And Lemar, I think, still under contract with Monaco. I think, is it till 2020 or something like that. He made 32 appearances for Chan. Monaco paid just over £3 million for him. Made his international debut in 2016. Arsene Wenger has not ruled the January move out for Thomas Lemar. As I said, so Arsenal could go for him in January, as I said, because Sanchez coming to an end of his deal looking like he's going. Ozil coming to an end of his deal looking like he's going, so Arsene Wenger's going to have to identify replacements. But Lemar, as I said, Monaco president had confirmed basically that he's likely to leave Monaco next summer. Is Thomas Lemar. He says Arsenal, Liverpool were reportedly interested, but he says Arsenal were the closest out of the two. He's still saying Barcelona are reportedly interested. Very, very good for France. Good, fantastic young age prospects, as I said, and can score goals as well. But Monaco were reluctant and were resisted to offload him. Offload Lemar during the August window, as we all know as well. But that's been on Arsenal's radar as a replacement. We know the press, have been suggesting out in the last couple of days about Riyad Mahrez as well. So Riyad Mahrez, Wenger has ruled a move out for him, for Riyad Mahrez, but he's not ruled a move out for Lemar, but he has ruled a move out for Riyad Mahrez, because Riyad Mahrez reportedly said in the press last couple of days that Marseille are interested. He's saying he could leave Leicester for just over £26 million in January as well, Riyad Mahrez. Very, very good player, as I said. He's been at Leicester. I think it's his 4th season now in the process with Leicester City. He's Raheed Mahrez is, as I said, he's won the Premier League with Leicester. You know, he's won the Championship with Leicester, Elton game promotion, PFA. You know, he made his Algerian international debut in 2014. He's also been voted. He's won the Algerian Football of the Year as well as Raheed Mahrez. As I said, but he had thoughts about quitting Leicester during the summer. He had thoughts about quitting Leicester during this summer because he may want to elevate to a higher level. He did put a transfer request in during the summer. Did Thomas Lemar. But in the current process, not Thomas Lemar, sorry, Raheed Mahrez put a transfer question during the summer. He had thoughts about leaving. There had been teams that had been interested, such as Roma, Arsenal, Tottenham, and all that. But he never left, and he ended up staying with Leicester. And he's got a contract with Leicester till 2020, as we all know, as Raheed Mahrez. He's an ex-Lee Harvey player. The majority of his playing time there, you know, he played in the reserve team. Did Raheed Mahrez as well. So that's also been Arsenal's. They've identified him maybe as a replacement for Sanchez as well. Yeah. As I was saying, you know, the main part of this video, as I was saying, is about Benjamin Mendy, as I said, because City spent a lot of money in the August window, you know, because obviously one of their summer signings, Benjamin Mendy, they bought from Monaco, you know, he's injured. They also bought Bernardo Silva from Monaco, but Benjamin Mendy's injured. He's going to be out mostly for the entire season. City have been reportedly scouting last couple of years have been scouting Ryan Bertrand. They've showed a strong interest. Pep Guardiola may be considering making a move for him in January. As I said, Ryan Bertrand, but very, very good player. He's got Champions League experience as he proved it with Chelsea, you know, back in 2012 when he made his debut in the final against Bayern Munich for Chelsea. You know, he made his Chelsea debut in 2011, made his international debut for England in 2012 as well, did Ryan Bertrand in the current process, but I do really like him. He's a Southampton player now. I think he's been there. I think this is his third season now in the process with Southampton. Is Ryan Bertrand's, as I said. But as I did say, you know, he started his youth career with Gillingham. You know, he went to Chelsea 2005. You know, he graduated from Chelsea's youth system and risen up the ranks, as we all know. He was at Chelsea a good 10 years, but he'd been on loan at quite a few teams as well as Ryan Bertrand. But attacking instinct's good, defensive distribution good. So that would fill City's spot fantastically well, as we all know. But yeah, that's mainly everything to update today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do consider, as always, subscribe to my channel as always, and take it easy, guys, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Take care.